It's back to Jane now, but just a heads up, this next part contains war footage. JD Williams sponsors Inspired Living on Channel 5. Welcome back on board my epic journey down under. It's day 2 of the cruise along Australia's west coast, and we're now steaming south towards Albany. This country's so big, we won't actually arrive there until tomorrow. So sit back, relax, and follow me and my selfie stick for a little nose around. Now, one of the biggest things on a ship is finding your way. The atrium is the busiest part of the ship, and all the restaurants are at the front of the ship, apart from the fine dining restaurants, which are all around the atrium here. You got that? Restaurants at the front, except for those in the middle. You're welcome. This ship also has 10 bars, a spacious lounge, and some lovely shops. But as it's more than 850 feet long, there's a pretty good chance of losing your way. Luckily for any cruising monitors who are watching, I've spent half my life on ships, just like this one. So you know you can rely on me. That's the very front of the ship. At the front, I don't know what I'm doing here. I know this. No, bear with me. This sounds absolutely rubbish. If you head for a lift and the atrium, just keep walking or ask somebody. Jane's Guided Tour. Can't beat them. Hello. I'm just wondering if you can help me out. How do you find your way around the ship? I just ask the first person that I see. Am I going forward or am I going backward? I love this lady. So what is your name? Lydia. Nice to meet you. I'm Jane.
And this is Amber, my sister, Hello!
Aren't they big ships? They are big ships. That's what makes it so much fun. Yeah, it is. It is. But once you find where you're going, it's wonderful. Thank you for being so lovely, Lydia. And I'll see you again. Thanks a lot. So my advice is get lost and just ask. You'll find out where you're going. Oh, that makes sense. When you do find what you're looking for, there's loads of fun to be had on board. And there's one place in particular that's very close to my heart. Now, this is my favourite part of any ship, and it's the theatre. And of course, for those of you who know me well, this is where I started all those years ago. So I'm going in now to meet the excited. These cast members certainly put the hours in. 5, 6, 7, 2 shows a day, every day, plus rehearsals. 7, 8, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, can I interrupt? Hi, Matt. Yes, love, how are you? Fine. Look. Hiya, Stephen. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Stephen. You sound English.
Yeah, Northerner.
No, I
Yeah.
Leeds. And
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you've got all different people here, haven't you, from all over the world?
Yeah, Matt in the back.
Matt?
From Cornwall.
Cornwall. Oh, isn't it lovely, Cornwall?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Kelly from Canada.
Oh, Kelly, hello. The little lady in pink.
Yes.
Yeah. You look very young as well. How old are you?
I'm 23.
23? Oh, so young.
She's not the youngest though.
No, who's the youngest?
Matt.
Matt. Oh, Matt from Cornwall. You're the youngest. How old are you, Matt?
22.
Oh, God, to be 20 again on the ship. Happy days are here again, baby. So, is this a new show you're putting on?
Yeah, we're learning a new show. We should hope to premiere it maybe in the next week or two.
Oh, fabulous. Well, I'll let you carry on. I'll just stand here and...
Amazing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, out, in, out. Oh, wow. It really does take me back. Enjoy every second of this time in your life. One of the best times I ever had was working on ships. And I know it's hard work, and there's a lot of shows to do, and sometimes you get homesick. But I'm so jealous of you all for being at this stage in your life, because honestly, the world is your oyster. Well, come here, I want to hug you all. I think you're all amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're just lovely. Right, I'm getting emotional now. So I'm off. I'm off for a coffee. Right. Okay, my little tour of the ship's done. It's time to prepare for our next stop. Overnight, we've completed the 386-mile journey around Australia's southwestern tip and arrived in the port of Albany. As one of Australia's oldest European settlements, it's rich in history. Perhaps most famously, it was the city from which 40,000 troops sailed on their way to battle in World War One. Today, they're commemorated in Albany's Anzac Museum. Hi, you must be David. Yes, hi, Jane. Oh, really? Where I booked myself a private tour. So tell me, David, about the Anzac.
The Anzacs first were coined in Gallipoli in 1914. It's a combination of the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, and they were known as that all the way through World War One.
Wow. And it's amazing how you've been able to retain all the records,
Yeah,
every single person, and we have to keep things like this alive and going for history, don't we?
exactly. And what we're finding now is the visitors that are actually coming to Albany are starting their Anzac pilgrimage. They had fathers, they had mothers in World War Two, but they also had grandfathers and great uncles in World War One.
Yeah.
And so the tradition starts here in Albany, and then they go off and explore the world, finding and discovering where their Anzacs live.
Wow. Amazing. Of the 40,000 Anzac troops who had departed from here, around a third never came home from battle. Personal belongings of soldiers are often passed on through generations, with some on show here in the original army barracks.
So what we have here is a collection of a soldier that came to Albany and then enlisted for mother country, England, and unfortunately this person here did not return.
Oh. But this is all his stuff.
Yeah, what we have here is his war medals that he received. He received a Distinguished Conduct Medal.
Do I have to put these on?
Yeah, if you don't
No
mind.
way.
We're custodians of these, so we obviously want to try and maintain them
Uh-huh.
for future generations.
I don't blame you either. The microbit fingers, you don't want that all over them, do you?
Now, this particular gentleman, Walter Robbins, he left here. He met a lady. They were married over in England. And that's a picture of them before he went back to the front. Unfortunately, on this occasion, he didn't come back, and she was a widower. The story goes with her, she actually then immigrated to Albany, and from there, she actually spent the remaining of her life living with his father and mother, but she never remarried. She lived to 92. The next kin actually does receive a memorial penny. The memorial penny is something that was actually issued to all fallen soldiers of the Commonwealth. No rank, it was just their name. And this is something that she treasured.
I bet. She must have really loved him.
Yeah, well, when you find your true love,
Yeah.
it's very hard to move on, and a lot of people don't.
And they look so in love there, don't they?
Yeah,
Whew. Blimey. I can only imagine what these soldiers went through. But technology is helping bring their experiences to life for the rest of us. Wow, look at this here.
it's the room where people come in to actually obviously see the view, but also to remember where their families live from.
Yeah.
So what we have here is an interactive piece where we can actually go through and see where the ships were. And pretty much the view that you see has been unchanged for centuries.
That's an amazing piece of equipment, isn't it? All those ships.
And we can jump between the first convoy and the second convoy.
Wow.
So,
Amazing. Walking in the footsteps of the Anzac soldiers is incredibly moving. This cannon, known as the midday gun, used to be fired to let them know it was 12 noon. And it still works. This happens every day, does it?
no, so we put it on for special events,
Uh-huh.
obviously visiting cruise ships,
Yeah.
other ceremonies like Anzac Day, Remembrance Day, things like that.
Okay. So it's going to be loud.
It's going to be very loud. We are using explosives. That's why we're standing so far back, and you'll actually really enjoy it too.
Will I?
You'll feel it, you'll smell it, you'll actually hear it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And that's the normal reaction we get. People
Oh
laughing,
my
loving it.
God.
Everyone jumps.
Yeah. Gosh. That's quite a spectacle.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, it really is. That certainly made me jump. It really did. Today, I've had an insight into something I had no idea about. I'm really glad to have looked around this amazing place. It's been a poignant day, and I wouldn't have missed it for the world. It's day 4 of my cruise along Australia's west coast, and we're steaming back towards Fremantle. But, as the dog would say, it's rough out there. So rough the captain's had to abandon our stop at Margaret River. And I've had to settle for a chill day on board. But we can still have a little peek at how beautiful it is, eh? There's Skippy. And there's one of the vineyards that make up this delicious wine region. Now I really wish I could get on. Anyway, we've made it to Fremantle. Now I could check out the market or hit the beach, but I can do those sort of things any time. And today isn't any time. It's visiting time. Fremantle is indeed famous for its docks, but it's also notorious for its cell blocks. When they said, James, do you fancy going behind bars in Fremantle? Something tells me it's not to make myself a pina colada. Yep, they've sent me to prison. Fremantle Prison. Thousands of inmates were held within these walls from its construction in 1852 to its closure nearly 140 years later. It's now reopened as a tourist attraction, complete with a guide named Luke, who's showing me around.
We're moving into the main cell block where all the prisoners were kept.
Oh God, it's like being on telly, isn't it?
Yeah, it's massive, isn't it?
Gosh, I didn't expect this at all. Wow. It's like the film, isn't it? The Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Whoa. Well, it might look a bit like a Hollywood film set, but there's no glamorous about it. In 1850, English and Irish convicts were sent to Fremantle to build the prison, before being locked up inside. It's quite haunting in a way. Then again, there's something strangely familiar about it.
When they started constructing, the metal order from England hadn't arrived, so they pulled all the iron off the transport ships, and they used that to build the balustrades in here. So that's why it has a kind of very much of a nautical feel about it.
It does.
Yeah, it feels like you're in a ship.
It really does. Well, okay. Maybe not when you check out the accommodation. It can't have been pleasant staying in these bleak cells, with little space and even less to do. But at least one prisoner found a way to fill the time.
So this cell belonged to a convict called James Walsh, and he tried to forge a £1 note in England. And so they brought him out here, and for some reason they allowed him to draw on the walls and to practice his art. And as you can see, he was extremely
These are all
talented.
his.
These were all his.
Wow. How wonderful that is still here.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. Although originally built for convicts from Britain and its colonies, the jail later housed maximum security inmates and even prisoners of war.
This database has every single convict transported from England to Fremantle prison. So everyone's name is in there. So you could put your name in there and see if there's anyone.
Shall I? Right. C-D-O-N-A-L-D. Oh, we're all here. Look, there's loads of us. You know, I don't think I want to check back anymore because you just don't know what you're going to find. I mean, there's that program that does it, but I'm quite happy just being in this little pink bubble and not knowing anything about my ancestors' past. So much went on here, from hangings and floggings to prisoner riots and escape attempts.
So now we will take you down into the tunnels underneath the prison.
Right.
And I'll introduce you to Chris.
Hi.
Hi.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you so much. But even more tales lie beneath. someone.
Oh, yeah.
All right, then. Here we go. Now, apparently, to enter this dark underbelly, a costume change is called for. I'm so glamorous. So I'm dressed as a Ghostbuster.
Yeah, and I hope you're ready, Jane, because you and me are about to climb the ladder.
The ladder.
The ladder.
The ladder of doom.
The ladder of doom.
Oh my God, that's a long way down. That's a long way down.